And what about politics playing into one of the biggest markets in this country? And that is New York City. I want to bring in, for a Fox Biz exclusive, CEO of Manhattan luxury real estate firm Brown Harris Stevens, Bess Friedman. Bess, it is always great to speak to you about Manhattan. And I want to start with what we're hearing from mayoral candidate and Democratic Socialist Zoran Mamdani. He was on a local news program last night talking about what he wants to change property taxes and valuations. Basically, take these higher, say that somebody paid $50,000 80 years ago for a home. He says, no, I want to change it to where I tax them at the sales price, which I think people would start to lose their homes. That's just my opinion. And then lower taxes at the bottom end. And of course, freeze all the rent. Your reaction to what you've been hearing from Zoran Mamdani?
Well, first of all, it's nice to see you, Cheryl. And second of all, these are nice, like, sound bites. But he doesn't have the jurisdiction to do these things that he's suggesting. I mean, he would need support of the governor, and he wouldn't be able to just magically, wave a wand and do these sorts of things with the property taxes. That and the rent freezes and the free buses and all those things. I have to believe that he's well-intentioned and he wants to make the city more affordable for people. And I think that's great. But I think, this sort of stuff has been described as sort of a death spiral for the city. Mayor Adams got in as mayor because he campaigned on safety, which was the issue back then. And now affordability is the most important topic that everyone's talking about. And so he has a lot of support, Mamdani, because of that. But really, his oversight has to do with the police department and the fire department. So I think a lot of people are getting caught up in what he's saying, but what he's actually going to be able to do is a lot less. Which is going to be an issue if he wins. At the same time, you say that within the real estate community, a very important voice in the city of New York and Manhattan in particular, that there is a lot of skepticism. And you also say, look, the guy's got a thin resume. He never even managed a McDonald's, but you're going to run the largest city in the world, the center of capitalism, which he, of course, has said he does not believe in. I mean, that's the biggest, concern, because besides the thin resume, lack of experience, New York City is one of the most important cities in the world. And it requires someone who has the understanding of the economics, the people, the diversity. You have to incentivize your police department. He's had some rhetoric where he said things like defund the police, and that's really damaging to the morale of the police that are keeping our city safe. And so we want to make sure we're able to work together as a community and keep people safe, affordable, and do all the things that make sense for a great city like New York. And there's concerns about him and what he's suggesting. And not